Welcome back, everyone, to another Company of Heroes 2 replay cast. This time we are going to have a glorious 4v4 sent in by Alright Then, and this combination of name and message is interesting. Anyway, it is of course Alright Then playing as the OKW. His buddies are going to be Gardening Nice Person, who's also OKW, Lingen as the Wehrmacht, and Dry Rain, yet another OKW, versus Blue Sky, Brits, Schmetterling, Americans, Sanophon, Soviets, and Blow, the Cat, who is, of course, Soviets. That's a name and a half, by the way. But hey, that's its own thing. Actually, hold on. I must do something. Why does it have to stop whenever I Alt-Tab? Why? I am very sorry, by the way. I am very sorry. Okay, should be better. Alright, so, yeah, but, oh, okay. We've got a bit of a double team over here. Wonder what's that, that's what that is all about. We do have some Sturm Pioneers up here on the right side, but they probably are going to lose to that British infantry section. It's been a while since I've done a cast, as you may have noticed, but you know, I'm just not been in the mood, so they probably wouldn't have come out so good. And plus, this was the only actual like viewer submitted replay that I had in the bank, so yeah, it's not like I've really pissed off anyone. And yeah, right now it seems like Sanophon's conscripts are not going to have an easy day. Of course, glorious double team of Sturm Pioneers can do a lot of damage against the allies, but that's a lot of allied units around here, so they need to be careful. In fact, lots of firepower already being put on the Sturm Pioneer, causing some damage. Yet another Sturm Pioneer squad, though, comes in from Gardening Nice Person, and he's going to come in and try to deal with this conscript from Bloodcat. So yeah, despite the damage taken by this Sturm Pioneer, the other ones are having a field day with the meager allied forces around here, and they can probably just send them packing all the way home to the base. And yeah, that's going to give the Germans the left side. The right side seems to be, well, also under a bit of German pressure, a bit of a blitzkrieg. And let's see if the Allies can really do anything on this side. Well, we do have a grenade coming in onto the machine gun, the Vickers, that tried to set up in the grain elevator area, and now they need to run away. However, the German forces here can't really win and beat the beat the Allies because of the arrival of these two American riflemen from Schmetterling. So this is pretty good for them, and they can probably just cap the VP up. With the mortar, the Germans are trying to deal with the Vickers, but I mean, the 7042 is already taking a lot of damage, so they're going to double down on those mortars, Lingen is, and that's going to be a good way to deal with these MGs. There goes one of the MGs. However, the right side, where the Americans are, still is going to their favor, of course, thanks to the riflemen. With the support of the British, they're doing quite well. They're going to have to escape out of here, but everywhere else, the Germans are doing good. So despite the Allied successes on the right, it's still not looking quite as good for the Allies as it could be. So this is a pretty good position to be in if you're the Nazis. Although I'm pretty sure that putting your Rakenwerfer there is not the best idea ever, because, well, obvious reasons I feel like. Don't want your Rakenwerfer to be spotted, don't want your Rakenwerfer to be near flamethrower units in a building. Yeah, this looks like the American riflemen still having kind of a field day, but there's a building that they have to deal with. And of course, also, they're pretty close to the German base now. Battle Quarters is up for Dry Rain. Relatively secluded from the action, but also kind of close to the front line so that it can help. So that's pretty okay for them, and it's going to give them quite a bit more projection on the left-hand side, or sorry, right-hand side. On the left, it seems like the Allies are pushing up very nicely with a couple of Pinot units, and well, we have the Bloodcat doesn't really have any, well, new units from what he had before, but with the Pino support and a little bit of a better positioning, they can do some quite strong damage. Of course, they need to be afraid of these Stern Pioneers as just as before. So as you can see, they're not really having the easiest of times, and well, traitors. Okay, never mind. Never mind. They weren't punished for that. And yeah, the Stern Pioneers doing well, but also getting punished by the Allied firepower. And they're taking some damage, some casualties that they'd rather not suffer. But hey, that's going to still allow the Germans to push back the Allies and recapture the left-hand side fuel point. The right side fuel point is also under the control of Germany. So this is going to give the Germans a pretty nasty resource lead, I guess, as the game progresses. And that's going to be pretty great for them. Of course, the Allies have aces up their sleeves. Of course, 120mm mortar, pretty good. Lend-Lease actually being picked by Sandalphon. An attempt at a Bofors on the right side is not going to go well for Blue Sky. And, well, what was that? Interesting attempt at a rifle range. Still, though, this Bofors is probably just going to be destroyed by the mortars pretty easily. Although, well, very, very good positioning, of course, of the MG. And, yeah, unfortunately, sort of in the open, the Volksgrenadiers trying to advance against the Vickers, getting massacred as, well, as it was to be expected. Schumann. Need to be afraid of the Schumine. Nope. We do have a howitzer, but it's only one. Are they gonna lose that squad randomly? Okay, good. That's actually a reinforcement bunker for Lingen. So that might give him enough juice to sustain this rifle push. Although, well, that random howitzer shell actually destroyed the mortar, so that's pretty good. And oh boy, here comes the flak half-track from Dry Rain. But it's got a bit of a problem. That squad is Veterancy 1, so actually this is not looking that good for the flak half-track because, oh, well, he decides to retreat. Honestly, that was not that great because, like, the American riflemen do damage the flak half-track with their Garands, so having it be, like, so surrounded by riflemen meant that it probably wouldn't have been able to just suppress all of them in one go. That was an interesting little satchel charge. Interesting to see. Dushka heavy machine gun on the field for Sandalphon, of course, from his glorious little Lend-Lease doctrine. And unfortunately, he has just used the armor-piercing round, so that's 15 more seconds until he can use it against the flak. The flak, however, is about to get flanked by a conscript and a Pino. The Pino does not have satchel charges, of course, but the conscripts do have anti-tank grenades, so it needs to be careful. Here comes more anti-tank grenades from the other conscript squad that was down here, and it's losing power, not having the best of days. There goes the machine gun crew, completely wiped out by the Papasha conscripts, and yeah, it seems like the Soviet steamroller is moving forward at a breakneck speed on the left side, and so that's pretty great. However, yep, that's I guess the useful thing about having a lot of Sturmpios. You can just repair your things very quickly. So, oh, and actually, this is a big thing. Big. That's huge. He stole the 120mm. That's a important little weapon. He was even able to retake the MG34 heavy machine gun. So yeah, overall the whole support weapon game is in the favor of the Nazis on the left. So that definitely speaks to their good position in the future. Oh boy, this is not the best place to be a flak half-track. Come on, Captain. No, Captain, why? Oh, Captain, my Captain, why did you not bazooka this thing while you had the chance? That was very unfortunate. Oops. Oops. Oh well, 76mm field gun on the left, Bloodcat. Of course, the Allies need to be preparing for the Nazi armor. That's gonna come. It's gonna come, and hell, darkness, your old friend. Anyway, so yeah, they need to be preparing for the German armor. That's gonna come one day or another. And well, let's actually check the progress. We've got Battle phase 3 coming for Lingen. Still got 80 fuel, so can't really get anything out right now from even if he did have tier 4. He couldn't get anything out, but hey, that's gonna come soon. Drain Rain, of course, tier 1 did have the Flak Half-Track from it, and he's got a lot of Flak Half-Track stuff, so it was actually kind of predictable. He's also got a lovely map Hackswagen, which is what I love, and he's using some support guns to deal with the Bofors situation, so that's okay for it. Oh boy. 80 gun. Wait, what? Never mind. Right. From here. So, despite the issues, Germans on the right side doing okay, whereas left hand side we do have tier 4 coming up for Guardian Nice Person, whereas All Right then is, well, he's got the Mechanized Regiment, he actually has a Stuka, but he hasn't used it yet, it seems. So we'll see if we can use it soon. Right now he's pushing up with his Glorious Infantry, and yeah, it's doing quite well. I mean, once again, securing the fuel point on the left hand side. Now he's got Panzer Fusiliers with recon packages, so a little bit of extra anti-infantry, and that's good, that's great, especially because, of course, I mean, breakthrough, so gonna get that Jagdtiger one day, and that's fine. Lingen picks, actually, elite troops. Not trying 100% agree with that choice. The Allies do have a tier 4 coming up in the form of Sandalphon. Schmetterling does have the Major. And Blue Sky getting tier 3 now, Bloodcat tier 3. So actually we do have a bit of late game teching for the Allies as well. Here comes the Suchka, S76M. Oh boy, what's that gonna entail? Big barrage, misses completely. Just destroys a bit of refinery equipment, not the best. Oh, here comes the Satchel Charge. That was in the completely wrong place of the factory complex. So yeah, the machine gun can still continue to blaze away at the Soviet infantry, and yeah, that's probably just gonna result in a good German victory. Nice grenade, and there they go, running back to Mother Russia. Meantime, on the right, things are going pretty well for the Germans, I would say, because this is like the whole area that the Allies had set up in during most of this game, whereas the Germans have been sort of slowly but surely encroaching on this nice flank from the Stormtroopers by Lingen, but unfortunately he will just be confronted with, well, a bit more than he can handle. A lot of rifles just concentrating their fire on the Stormtroopers and easily wiping them out. That was to be expected. Still, the Allies are not giving up on the left, and they're still trying to push for that field point, but unfortunately they seem to be taking major casualties and not really achieving much. We do have a second Su-76 coming from Bloodcat, and also Schmetterling, or sorry, not Schmetterling, Sandalphon is trying to get some, not Easy-8s, M4Cs. M4Cs, of course, quite a good choice, especially because it's going to allow him to hunt down, where is it, the Stuka. I feel like the Stuka is going to be more vulnerable to the M4C than pretty much any other vehicle that the Allies can bring on the field right now. And yeah, slowly but surely, Germans pushing on the right side. Slowly but surely, Allies pushing, or sorry, not, well, Allies trying to push on the left-hand side. So I guess it's more surely but slowly. No, wait, hold on, that doesn't make any sense. Slowly and not surely. Fastly and unsurely. Oh well, actually the M4C is already starting off some Grand Theft Auto, just kind of running over a bunch of Nazis. That was pretty great, and probably should try to wipe out this guy. Not doing so. Rip. And yeah, the Germans getting the triple cap on the right side. Not good for the Allies, as right now, I mean, trying to push on the left. Nice Stuka barrage might slow down that, but, well, although it was well aimed, definitely, it didn't really get a lot of results. So, considering the M4C is on the field here, and there's not really much anti-tank that can deal with it right about now, probably the Allies can capture this left side VP, and that's very crucial because, well, they need it. Centaur moving in. What is it doing? And why is it not dead yet? It's got no infantry support, and it's going into a possibly German neighborhood. So right now, it's actually kind of lucky that it's surviving. Though it did find the glorious reinforcement bunker. Oh, what a troll. He was actually reinforcing, and then got this guy's on the other side. And oh boy, here comes the Panzer IV, and peekaboo! The Centaur and the Panzer IV actually do a bit of a switcheroo. And that's all fine for the Centaur, who can get to, you know, go to town on all these guys. And meantime, the P4 is going to fight a Sherman. Yeah, Sherman at this point in the game, I mean, yeah, it can do well, but I don't know. I would have gone for something else. Panzer IV, of course, doing quite well, but oops, the Panzer IV is gonna find itself, you know, ambushed by an AT gun. That's not the best. Second AT gun also comes into play. Sherman, in the meantime, it is still firing on the Panzer IV. Nice shots from the anti-tank weapons. Destroying the Panzer IV. Definitely too aggressive. Very overzealous crew over here on that Panzer IV. So Dry Rain, actually no, that was Garden. What? Yeah, that was Dry Rain. Being a little bit too aggressive with that. A little bit too aggressive. Wait, no. It must have been... No, okay, right. It was Dry Rain. Not really sure why. I just remember the thing being orange. So I was thinking, no, it must be Gardening Nice Person that had the Panzer IV, not Dry Rain. And then, you know, I come back to reality. Two Su-76s not really having the impact that they might have wanted. Yet more Stuka. Will this have an impact? Well, that actually destroyed a Su-76. I'm surprised. Well done. Yeah, the Panzer... Sorry, not the Panzer IV. The M4C Sherman's about to eat a whole lot of Panzerfaust and tank grenades. But there's not much that can follow up on this. Yeah, nothing. Very unfortunate. So, Allies actually going to recapture the left side. Oh boy. Is that a... whatever it's called? Assault. Well, they know where they are. I mean, Lincoln has a Panther, and oh, that's what that was for. It was for the recon. Now he has air supremacy. Wait, what's the oh, it destroyed actually the thing, the Panzerwerfer. Nice done, nicely done. And here comes air supremacy. Not really doing too much. Very visually impressive, and well, not much else. The new air supremacy is just kind of bad. It's sad. It used to be such a glorious little ability. Showed the superiority of the Royal Air Force, or whatever you want to call it. Sherman on the right side. Why is it not using armor? Sorry, not armor piercing. High explosive. Why? Why are you not doing? Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Kaboom. There goes the MP40s. MP40s are dead. Not really the most important unit ever, but hey, a wipe's a wipe. Left side, we do have the Soviet push of two M4C Shermans, but we have a Panther. All right, then, has his Panther. Oops, wrong neighborhood, though. Unfortunately, going to be flanked by two M4Cs. Is there anything that can support it? No, not really. Where's the Rakenwerfer? The Rakenwerfer is back over here. It probably needs to try to support the Panther in any way possible. Panther is doing some damage to the first M4C Sherman, though, so this is probably going to discourage the Allied vehicles from chasing him down, and yeah, that's going to give the Panther a little bit of extra time to just save itself. The trouble... And, wow, Lincoln is not happy about life, and there goes a Sturm Pioneer. Lincoln is not happy about life. Why? I mean, he does have his Panther. It's still around. Does have his units, although not that many of them left. So who knows what happened. Probably just got wiped. Just like these conscripts are about... never mind. Ooh, Fallschirmjäger's trying to push up, but that's not the best place to be if you're a Fallschirmjäger, because that's the M4C Sherman. And yeah, once again, the Allies somehow doing quite well on the left, and they're recapturing the right, so they're coming back into this with only 93 points left. And that's, of course, not the best thing ever. Not the best thing ever if you're the Allies, because you have 93 points, and that means that anytime that the Germans get a double or triple cap, you're going to be drowning in problems. And with the Panthers starting to come on the field, and, you know, probably ever more Panzer Force, how the hell? Probably this Panther ran into the anti-tank guns. Because I don't exactly see how a Sherman can just kind of take him on and not even... what the hell is this guy talking about? I mean, okay. Okay. Let's use patience. So the reason why you got flanked is because you are over here. Your ally is to your right. And you're not putting anything in the center. So put something in the center to show when the enemy is going for a flank. I don't even. I love Shermans. They're great. Always make me laugh. That's a lot of Shermans coming for Schmetterling. Honestly, at this point, he's got 13 CPs. Might as well just pick heavy cav and get a Pershing. You know, should not be like me. You should actually get the Pershing. Well, okay. So, of course, predictably, the Panther does well against the Sherman when it's firing and facing the frontal armor. Unlike before, where it wasn't even shooting at the Sherman and it was showing the rear. But, hey. No snarkiness at all right about now for me. Don't worry. Target destroyed. I think that this Panther might have moved on a little bit too far, but he does destroy one of the M4Cs. The second M4C doesn't really seem to care. It's trying to fight, like, mano a mano, head-to-head against the Panther, which is not the best idea ever. The Panther is forced to escape, but... yeah, I mean, why did he not try to flank the Panther? Why did he not try to bring in infantry against it? Oh my god. That's just kind of sad. Meantime, right side, again, kind of a allied fortress. In the center, however, we've got random, like, Fallschirmjägers just moving in, doing their own thing. Just using everything they can to just destroy and reduce this fuel cache. Well, the Allies kind of overreacting with a Katyusha barrage in response. Sure, and, well, this guy with the Sturm Pioneer with the Panzerschreck can just easily destroy the fuel cache anyway. Yep, there it goes. Oh boy. Will this Panther have a bit of better luck? Well, he does have a friend. There's still anti-tank guns. Centaur probably needs to escape. Nice anti-tank grenades on the Panther from the side. However, this one is not anti-tank grenaded. Supremacy, no, sorry, not Supremacy. Hawker Typhoon strafes coming in. And, wait, no, that's actually Air Supremacy. Never mind. Air Supremacy coming in. However, it's, yeah, not really doing that great. Wow, the bombs even fell among the crews and did not really do that much damage. It did not even destroy the Schwer, which wasn't even at full HP. That's, Where's that Katyusha? Two Katyusha. Okay. I mean, if the Allies can use these things well, of course they can do a lot of damage to the Germans, but the question is, can they use these things well? And I'm not sure, because what they need to do is they need to keep the Germans in this general area so that they can easily target them. But they don't seem to be doing a good job at that, because the Germans are just constantly moving in and out of the extreme left and their base area. So, yeah. And I feel like once the Germans really start to build up Lake Aim armor, you know, second Panther for all players, you know, maybe Tiger Ace, maybe KTs, although no one's really going for that. Oh no, Gardening Nice Person's going for the KT, okay. So, you know, KTs, more Panthers, and then, you know, just the support units required. Like, the Allies don't really have anything that can deal with this. They're severely lacking in AT. Because, you know, over here on the left side, what do we have in AT? We've got an M4C Sherman and a Susha, Su-76M. Then on the right side, we've got a Firefly and a few AT guns. To be fair, that's very good. And then a few Shermans. So that actually kind of puts the Shermans into context now, does it? If you have so many AT guns and a Firefly, you might as well go for Shermans. I like what the Allies are doing on the right side, and it's clearly working. But the left is just kind of a bit of a big disaster, and the problem with relying on AT guns for your anti-vehicle defense is that if your whole position is flanked, which, well, is going to be if the entire left side just kind of collapses for the Allies, the Axis can just take their forces, you know, in this general area and attack in the rear of the Allied lines. So getting a good flanking maneuver and, you know, crushing the Allies. And I feel like that's what's about to happen in like 5 minutes, because that's really all that the Germans need to clean up the left-hand side. If they can get that KT, if they can get you know, the Panthers working and destroy whatever is left of the Allied forces there, that's what they're gonna need. About 5-10 more minutes to clean up the left. Once the left is cleaned up, well, things look pretty bad for the Allies on the right. There goes one of the Katyusha. Second Katyusha tries to, you know, do the juke of a lifetime. Doesn't work. But now gets back into the smoke. Huh, the Panther tries to chase him down. The second Panther is actually idle at base. That's a bit of a mistake. But the Panther chases him. Completely misses the first shot. Tries to get the second shot in. Knows that running straight into the base might not be the best idea. What was that shot? Panther ace. Right here, just over a screen away, hits the Katyusha and destroys it. Now sees that there's an M4C Sherman. Of course, one-on-one, pretty easy for the Panther. He's afraid of anti-tank grenades, though. Rightly so, but they actually don't have anti-tank grenades, which is kind of funny. What is this? So, Clown Car with PTRSs. Interesting decision. Another big problem for the Allies, sorry, getting tired. Another big problem for the Allies is the fact that the Nazi infantry is getting vetted up. At least, again, on the left. So they need to be careful, Actually, even on the right side. It's just, who is this guy? Lingen, that is not having the best of days with his infantry. An infantry squad has been killed. Oh well. There we go.
Allied AT gun has been destroyed.
Yet another destruction. What is this guy trying to do? Panther gets the hell out of there. Doesn't want anything to do with all of this, and yeah, runs away. But guess what? Panther number 1, Panther number 2, and wait. What the? That's why Fallschirmjägers are expensive. 487 fuel. You know, this could have been a King Tiger like 5 or 10 minutes ago had he just like left one of those squads back at base. And I know, just don't do everything for the King Tiger, blah, blah, blah. But like, it would have been pretty good now, would it? Because as good as Panthers are, Like, they don't deal well with infantry. And here we do. Here we go. Big Papa Pump on the field for Gardening Nice Person. And now I feel like it's pretty much over for the left-hand side. Pretty much over. And now, oh boy, are they going to chase down those M4C Shermans? I'm not sure that that's the best idea. But at least the Panthers can do some damage and, you know, make them reconsider their life choices and go back to the base to get repaired. Brumbear on the field for Larnus, or whatever his name is, Lingen. I mean, he can do whatever at this point. Like, his allies have already won the game for him. Oh. Here comes the big airstrike. Yet another one. Yay. Strafing run. So useful. Actually, that did do some damage to the Schwerpanzer quarters. Nothing really interesting going on in the center, but... Okay. That might even destroy the thing. It did! Wow! It actually managed to do something. After like 600 munitions. Because this is still like, yeah, 250, so actually no. So that's actually 750 munitions. Kamikaze aircraft misses its target. Oh boy, grenades. Panthers try to move in, of course, not the best attempt ever. But now with the King Tiger in support, well, not much that the Allies can do. One of those things is dead. Right side, Panther's dead, and the Sherman is trying to push out the base, but yet another Panther comes in to repulse him, forcing him back to where he came from. And yeah, thanks to this battle group, I think that the Axis can hold on here. Of course, if they move in the Panther and prevent this Sherman from just destroying all the Nazi infantry, that would be pretty good. And once the Panthers repair and the KT is fully operational, I just don't see how the Allies can win. 47 points are left for our good freedom fighters, and well, with double cap, 47 points equals about 2 minutes. About 2 minutes left of clock time. Can they win in 2 minutes, or at least stop the bleed in 2 minutes? I'm not seeing this because they just don't have the infantry. They don't have the infantry anymore. The only person with any infantry is the American player and a little bit the British player, who's, you know, more focused on the defensive, but he also has some ground forces. But the two Soviets on the left are really having the best of days, the best of matches. So, to be honest, it doesn't matter how well the Allies do on the right if they can't cap the center, and I don't think they can. You know, they're not going to have any ways to win. So, it was kind of a bit of a mispriority from the Allies. They decided to prioritize so much on pushing the right-hand side very aggressively, when perhaps they should have tried to give support to their friends, instead of just letting them lose. And yeah, now they're trying to move in, but it might be a little bit too late now, might. Because, you know, Brumbears, Panthers, airstrikes, Stukas, yeah, there's a lot of firepower that the Axis can bring to bear on the center point. And if they can just stop the Allied infantry, and then get one of their infantry squads in there to cap, they're in a great spot. Sherman is going to come in and try to flank, but... can it really do anything? There's actually a Sherman Calliope on the field. That's because Schmetterling went for the tactical support. Not quite sure that that's the best thing ever. No, nice. Destroyed the Stuka. Lost the Sherman. And it's probably going to lose the second Sherman as well. So Panthers doing quite well. Again, that's just kind of what Panthers are good for. Destroying enemy armor. And what you need to do is you need to not let them do that. So support your armor with anti-tank guns. Lingen's still pretty salty. But yeah, salt. Yeah, you just support your anti-tank, not anti-tank guns, your tanks with anti-tank guns, and well, you do your best. But anyway, that's probably just gonna be about it. So let's just finish it up. I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the cast. It was a good game. Thanks to Alright Then for sending in the replay. Thank him, not me. And oh wow, that was a grenade and a half. Always love guards grenades. They're quite good. And again, like the guards tried to cap, but you know, they do manage to get the neutralized. Not really, just barely. Wait, King Tiger. Oh, okay. So Alright Then actually got his own King Tiger at the end. So yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you soon, and help your allies out, kids.